You're asking God for a miracle, not knowing He's already placed the answer in your hands. What you think is small, ordinary, or not enough, God sees it as the very thing that will open your next door. Your miracle isn't coming, it's already with you. Many people keep waiting for a big sign, a major opportunity, or a supernatural breakthrough before they believe something great can happen in their lives. But the truth is that God always begins with what is already in your hands. He doesn't ask for what you don't have. He asks for the little you do have. When Moses stood before the Red Sea, God didn't give him something new. He simply said, use the staff that's in your hand. When the widow needed a miracle, the prophet asked her, what do you have in your house? Not what she lost, not what she was hoping for, but what she possessed right now. You may think what you have is too small, too simple, too insignificant to create change, but God specializes in turning small beginnings into supernatural outcomes. What looks ordinary in your hands becomes powerful in the hands of God. Stop waiting for the perfect moment or perfect resources. Honor the talent, the idea, the skill, the relationship you already have. That is the seed of your next miracle. God never starts with what's missing. He starts with what's present. So often we overlook our gifts because they appear ordinary, familiar, or unimpressive to us. But the miracle is never in how extraordinary your ability looks. It's in what God can do with an ordinary ability when you surrender it to Him. The boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish had nothing impressive compared to thousands of hungry people, yet when placed in the hands of Jesus, that ordinary lunch became an extraordinary miracle. Your voice, your smile, your kindness, your small idea, your simple skill, they may seem normal to you, but God sees supernatural potential in them. The divine pattern has always been the same. Take something ordinary, breathe on it, break it, bless it, and multiply it. You don't need to be the most talented, the smartest, the most connected, or the most gifted. You just need to be willing. God takes what seems average and turns it into abundance. He turns simple into spectacular, common into celebrated, natural into supernatural. Never underestimate a gift because it feels normal. In God's hands, normal becomes a miracle waiting to happen. Every great harvest begins with a single seed, and in life, God often places your future breakthrough inside something that looks small, insignificant, or easy to ignore. People miss miracles not because God didn't give them anything, but because what He gave them looked too small to matter. A small idea, a small act of kindness, a small talent, a small opportunity. These are divine seeds that carry your next chapter. A seed never looks like the final harvest. The beginning rarely resembles the ending. But hidden within that seed is the potential for growth, increase, and multiplication beyond what you can imagine. God doesn't give you the whole future at once. He gives you a seed so your faith can grow as the miracle unfolds. That's why the enemy fights your small beginnings, because he knows what they can become. Don't dismiss the little things. Don't say, this is too small, too slow, too simple. A seed doesn't look powerful, but it has the DNA of a forest. The miracle is not in its size, but in its potential. Honor your seed, water it with consistency, and watch God turn something small into something supernatural. Most people think their miracle is far away, delayed, or lost somewhere they can't reach, but the truth is that the miracle is already present. It simply needs faith to activate it. Faith is the switch that turns on the supernatural in your life. God doesn't respond to fear, doubt, or worry. He responds to faith. Faith says, I may not see the answer yet, but I believe it's already working. Faith says, my situation doesn't look different, but God is moving behind the scenes. When you speak faith, think faith, and act with faith, you release God's power into the ordinary moments of your life. The woman with the issue of blood didn't wait for Jesus to come to her. She activated her miracle by pressing forward in faith. Sometimes your breakthrough is one act of faith away. Your miracle isn't hiding, it's waiting for your belief to unlock it. Faith transforms the invisible into visible, the impossible into possible, the ordinary into miraculous. Don't say, nothing is changing. Say, something is shifting. Faith doesn't wait for the miracle. Faith activates it. God blesses action, movement, boldness, and obedience. Too often people say, when everything is perfect, then I'll step out, but God is waiting for you to use what's already in your hand right now. When David ran toward Goliath, he didn't wait for a sword or armor. He used a simple slingshot. When Peter needed a miracle catch, Jesus said, throw your net again. Miracles don't come when you're idle. They come when you take a step, even a small one, with what you already have. God can't multiply what you're not using. If you start writing, the ideas will multiply. If you start serving, the opportunities will grow. If you start giving, the blessings will increase. What you have may not seem like enough, but when you move with it in faith, God breathes on it and turns it into more than enough. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Use your voice, your gift, your resources, your courage today. When you use what's already in your hand, God releases what's in His hand, and that's where the miracle is. Thank you so much for watching today's message. I appreciate every single one of you who takes the time to listen, support, and grow with this channel. Your presence here is not an accident. God led you to this message because He wants to remind you that you already carry something powerful inside you. If this message blessed you, inspired you, or gave you hope, make sure to like, comment, and share it with someone who may need it today. Your support helps this community reach more hearts, more homes, and more people who are waiting for a word of encouragement. As we close, remember this: the miracle you've been praying for isn't far away. It's not hidden, not missing, not beyond your reach. It's already in your hands. God has placed seeds, ideas, gifts, connections, and opportunities in your life that may seem small right now, but He specializes in taking the small and turning it into something supernatural. Don't underestimate what He's already given you. Don't wait for something big to arrive before you start. Move forward with what you have. Believe that God is breathing on your efforts and trust that He is guiding every step you take. Your story isn't over. Your miracle is in motion, and your best days are still ahead. Thank you for being a part of this journey. God bless you